Hello everybody, I'm in the Storm here. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we continued our work on the Storm Coast, cleaning up Darkspawn, closing their tunnels. I think we closed a rift, did a few other side quests as we worked our way through the Storm Coast. And we're actually almost done everything in the Storm Coast as far as a flagged quest for the time being. So we're going to be trying to finish that up. I know that there's a high dragon here. I just can't quite remember where it is. But if we happen across it, we'll try and fight it and kill it. So here we are on this peninsula here. And we have an astrarium behind us. And we have one of the oculariums up ahead there on that peak. So we're going to go ahead and take care of these. And let's take care of this real quick. So, Astrarium, and I've already sorted out the sequence here, which should be 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 there we are. There. We're going to go to here, and then to here, and then to here, and to here, and then here, and then here. And there. There we go. Alright, Constellation Fervenial, commonly referred to as the Oak. The constellation for Venice is generally represented by a towering tree with leafless branches. Many scholars believe this is a representation of nature that harkens back to the lore of the early Narominians, whose belief largely aligned with animism prior to the rise of old god worship and the creation of the Tevinter Imperium. Others, however, believe Fervanus was originally a constellation of the Elven people, specifically a depiction of Anduril, goddess of the hunt. Vir Tanadal, or Way of Three Trees, is a central tenet of Anduril, and some think that Fervanus originally represented this concept. Okay. So we've got a dragonling kicking around down here. Let's go ahead and remove it. There it is. Alright, did it drop anything? No. There's another target. Oh, right there. Alright. Dragonling scales and some dragon blood. So let's go take a look through this ocularium. Alright, there's one shard, there's 2 shards, there's 3 shards. Piece of cake. Morin's Outlook. The large statue situated in Morin's Outlook once served as a marker for ships coming to trade with the dwarves. Beyond an assumed connection with the Grey Port at Darwin's Mouth, nothing is known of the statue's namesake. Alright, what do we have in here? Anything else? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, now we have these shards. So let's actually travel to the Hessarian camp. Move our way back to the coast. Let's actually flag this quest, or these shards. We should probably head to this section, the zone where we actually do things with the shards. Soon. It's actually up the cliff. There it is.
Been a long time since I was at sea.
Okay, this is going to be a shard. Around here, there it is. And there's going to be one more down here. Loot. Some spirit essence, we can turn that in at the research table. Alright, looks like we're going to have to climb here a little bit. Alright, shards found. I haven't really explored. I mean, there's still a lot of this zone that is unexplored, so I'll definitely be coming back here. Now, we need to get down here somehow. Alright, so we gotta figure a way inland. think this is probably the way we want to go. More bad guys.
One down.
So we're probably just gonna wander the countryside here a little bit. And see what we run across. Alright, Long River. We encountered that down on the coast. We may want to follow the river. Since we know at least that unless we run into waterfall or something like that, it should be a pretty good path. A bear. Our bear is down. Let's see, what did he drop? Some bear hide. Another bear. Fade touched bear hide. Another bear. A lot of rams.
Reminds me of the heron, only colder.
Alright, let's take a look at the map. Yep, this is definitely taking us where we want to go. Bandits. They didn't last long. Still some loot? Yeah, there's loot. And here is a cave. Probably full of, well, giant spiders. And darkspawn. Probably want to go after the darkspawn. Darkspawn first. probably the most dangerous thing in here. Quest complete, regions on the coast. And keeping the darkspawn down. Complete. Oh, there's some darkspawn. Doesn't appear they dropped anything. Alright. A bear. Bear claws and bear hide. Alright. There is supposedly a rift. Back here somewhere. Spiders back? Ah, looks like it does proceed further back. Blood Lotus. We actually need that. The spindleweed, not so much. Oh boy. That one's down. Let's dispel. That one. This target first. It's down. Oh, there's another one of those. Oh, it's down. Good. Close this. Alright, oh, there's an ocularum here. Landmark to claim. Miriam Falls. Through the mist, the water shone a brighter blue than the sea outside. I knew they would come soon. We still haven't actually found all of the shards here. Take care of this spider. More hostiles? Ah. Spiders. Decide if I want to fight my way out of here or not. Because we appear to be surrounded by spiders. Oh, there's another shard out there. Darkspawn. Looks like they didn't like the fact that their tunnel's closed. Okay. We couldn't get to these. So we might have had to come back here. But I think we're probably done in the Storm Coast for now. At least for a little while anyway. So, let's go ahead and head back to Skyhold. And take a look at the war table, which we haven't done in a little while. So I'm going to go ahead, pause the recording, head back there, and then we'll pick things up back at the war table. Okay, we are back at the war table. I ran through the shops just to unload a lot of our junk. And we apparently have a new perk.
The Darkspawn have been driven back on the Storm Coast.
Let us pray they do not return.
Let's see. History study. Open up new dialogue options related to history in the Chantry. Grants additional 50% EXP for each codex entry found. Okay, one combat ability point for the Inquisitor only. Details of politics, rhetoric, and those who wield them. New dialogue options related to nobles and politics. Let's see. To purchase shipment of rare and valuable raw materials for crafting. Secrets. 10% chance to receive extra herbs when we harvesting. Access to a forward training camp. The Inquisitor scouts can receive training to cover a wider area and identify items of interest to the Inquisitor. Reveals additional landmarks and points of interest on the maps of every area. Let's go with that one. Probably do need to run through some of these at some point. Alright, we've been working pretty much exclusively in Orlais. Let's go for the College of Magi. It took the exchange of several favors, but Duke Sandral eventually agreed to intervene with his forces and guard the College of Magi's gates from the crowds. My ambassador toured the college and assures me that the refugee mages there are most grateful for the Inquisition's actions. They sent to us what artifacts were present. Whether they are what the Venatori sought is uncertain. The Duke himself is pleased at our handling of the situation. Alright. Protect Velgamord from Darkspawn. Inquisitor, the Grey Wardens fought bravely and with great skill. The town of Velgamord was saved, and the Wardens themselves took a few casualties. They await further commands. Commander Cullen. Find source of Darkspawn attacks is unlocked. Let's see, deal with angry Vargists. Clever idea in theory. We lost soldiers to sandstorms and yawning pits of death, but the local wildlife is safe. And that's what's important. Right. Rylan. Okay. Sigil of the Nug. Right, that's because we wanted to relocate the Vargas as opposed to just to wipe them out. Alright, let's hit this find source of Darkspawn attacks. Inquisitor, the Darkspawn of Velgamord have been slain, but it remains unclear what brought these creatures to the surface. There's no obvious sign, and I am concerned that they might still pose a danger. Marquis Buffon has made clear her wishes that we now depart, which leaves me even more suspicious, as most would welcome further help in these dangerous times. The Grey Wardens have volunteered to assist with the investigation of this mystery, whatever capacity the Inquisition deems most fitting. We await orders. Let's see, Liliana says the Blight is many things, but it is not subtle. My scouts can easily track the corruption to its source. Josephine says, someone may have been mining the area and freed the Darkspawn that way. Let me examine the finances of nobles nearby. See, let the Wardens spread out, scour the area. They'll find out where those Darkspawn are coming from soon enough. Let's have Colin take care of that.
All right.
Alright, judgment, recover, sold artifacts. Okay. Service, the Venatori who offered to help the Inquisition after his capture, has provided a tip on the whereabouts of some old magical artifacts he shipped out of the Western Approach. He claims he requires a small squadron of helpers and a decent amount of coin to recover them for the Inquisition. Let's see, he seems too prideful to cheat us without proving his worth first. I'll give him what he asks within reason. Liliana, we cannot fully trust the man. I agree. And he knows it. I will give him his helpers and send an unseen spy along. That sounds like a more sensible plan. Do that.
Inquisitor.
The name of our enemy was this. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. Knowing he was human could make him less attractive to Devinter zealots who think of him as a god. Acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Magisterium's library in Minrathous, but the Grand Archivist has so far replied to our messages with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corypheus or simply because he can. Let's see. Bribe the man with gifts and favors. This is normal for Devinter and what he expects. Go ahead and do it.
Inquisitor.
Alright. So that takes care of that. And on my way in, I noticed that it appears that Varric and Blackwall have some quests that they're going to give us. So we're going to go ahead and talk to them. Then we'll probably end the episode at that point. So just let this loading screen get by. All right. So, Varric.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Bianca. Like the crossbow?
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
You're a friend of Eric?
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
It's a pleasure.
Any friend of Varric's is welcome here.
Be careful saying things like that. Some of his friends you don't want to meet. Ancestors, you're tall. If this Inquisitor gig doesn't work out, you could make a killing getting things off high shelves.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a deep roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
Who leaked the location?
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
And Bianca knows where it is?
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
Wasn't the Tig in Kirkwall?
You can get there from Orlais? It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such, some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
Is that their only way in?
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the deep roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
We should definitely shut this down.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
All right. And I believe Blackwall was the other one, right? I remember seeing a quest marker over here. Yes, there it is.
Your worship.
All right, Blackwall, what's on your mind?
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
I'm guessing you saved it?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
So did everyone else?
You couldn't have been the only one there. No one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Okay, well, that was interesting. Does he have anything else to talk about?
Your worship.
Doesn't appear so.
I should look around.
What's this? A message from Blackwall. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve you. Okay. Inquisition messenger.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
He must have his reasons.
He would not have left unless he had a good reason.
It is not for me to speculate on Blackwall's motivations. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Crumpled report. Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Collier massacre of 937, was captured in Leeds. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Mornay insisted he did not know who he was assassinating and that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Rayner, is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within the week in Val Royeaux. Okay. So I guess we're going to need to take a look at that, and actually probably sooner rather than later. So that is probably what we're going to be doing in next episode. But we'll go ahead and end it here for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.